Do you want to see how awesome the Ninja Creami ice cream maker is? I'm going to show you how easy it is to make pineapple sorbet using a can of crushed pineapple. You can use any brand of pineapple you want, and then you fill it up to the max fill line. You always want to make sure you use Ninja brand pints because the plastic on the off-brand ones has been known to come apart and damage the machine. You put the lid on and put it in the freezer for 24 hours. And this is how it looks after 24 hours, completely frozen. I take the lid off and let it sit for 10 minutes before spinning it in the machine. This helps make sure it doesn't stick to the sides after it's done. Then you put the pint in the container and plop it on the machine. Then you put the Ninja lid on and snap it into place by turning it left. Put it on the machine and choose the program. I'm making sorbet, so that's what I'll pick. It will take about 2 minutes to make, and it's very loud. Press the lid button on the left-hand side to remove the lid, and there you go. Here's your pineapple sorbet. This is one of my favorite desserts to make in the Creami because it's so easy and it's fast to make, and it doesn't require a bunch of extra ingredients. Hey, I'm back with another Ninja Creami recipe. So the key with this is to find a good base. This is vanilla ice cream with peanut butter cookies. Once you have a good base, you can make pretty much anything. Just add in whatever you want. So for my base, I'm using whole milk, heavy whipping cream, granulated sugar, vanilla jello, and vanilla extract. Pour it into the pint and mix it up. Make sure there's no clumps. Then put it in the freezer for 16 to 24 hours. Then I'm going to crunch up some Great Value peanut butter cookies. I prefer Great Value because they're a lot softer than Nutter Butters. Put it on the machine and use the ice cream setting. One thing to note, this is pretty soft and that's how I like it, but if you want to thicken it a little bit, all you have to do is add guar gum. Dig a hole in the middle for the cookies, add them, and then mix it on the mix-in setting. This is the perfect texture to me, and it's so good and full of flavor. After so much trial and error, I finally found the best chocolate ice cream Ninja Creami recipe. Fill it up with chocolate Fairlife milk, almost right to the line, but just below it. And add 1 tablespoon of sugar-free chocolate jello and mix it up. Then I take it out of the freezer and let it sit at room temperature for about 15 minutes. Put it on the Creami and choose light ice cream. The best thing about this is I don't even have to respin it. When I take the lid off, I just dig a little hole in the middle and add 2 to 3 crushed Oreos and then spin it again on the mix-in setting. It takes less than a minute for the mix-in setting. Then when it's done, you sprinkle more Oreos on the top, and there you go. It's super creamy and delicious. Plus, it's so easy to make, and it doesn't have a bunch of ingredients. Stop making boring ice cream in the Ninja Creami, and let's make Little Debbie Christmas tree cake ice cream. First, you mix Fairlife milk with vanilla protein powder. Clean Simple Eats is one of my favorites because it doesn't have an aftertaste. Freeze for 24 hours, then spin on regular ice cream. After the first spin, dig a little hole and throw the Christmas tree in it. Then press mix in. I love that you don't have to add any more liquid to it. And it's perfect and ready to eat. 10 out of 10. I highly recommend this. If you want more of a vanilla flavor, you can add extract or vanilla pudding. After so much trial and error, I finally found the best chocolate ice cream Ninja Creami recipe. Fill it up with chocolate Fairlife milk, almost right to the line, but just below it. And add 1 tablespoon of sugar-free chocolate jello and mix it up. Then I take it out of the freezer and let it sit at room temperature for about 15 minutes. Put it on the Creami and choose light ice cream. The best thing about this is I don't even have to respin it. When I take the lid off, I just dig a little hole in the middle and add 2 to 3 crushed Oreos and then spin it again on the mix-in setting. It takes less than a minute for the mix-in setting. Then when it's done, you sprinkle more Oreos on the top, and there you go. It's super creamy and delicious. Plus, it's so easy to make, and it doesn't have a bunch of ingredients. Stop buying store-bought ice cream and make it yourself in the Ninja Creami with the ingredients that you actually like. This chocolate Oreo ice cream is low calories and high protein. Just add some chocolate Fairlife milk and fill it up just below the fill line. Then add 1 scoop of Ghost Oreo protein powder. This is my favorite protein powder, but you can use any kind you want. Then you mix it up with a milk frother or blender. Then you put it in the freezer for 24 hours. When I take it out of the freezer, I let it sit for about a half hour just to soften it up a little bit. Then put it in the container and slide it into place on the machine. Turn it on and then press the ice cream button. And a fair warning, the machine is loud, so you do not want to make this while people are sleeping. It's usually going to take a few spins to get the perfect texture. I make a little hole in the middle after the first spin, and this is what it looks like. Some people like to add liquid or creamer, but it's not really necessary. And you can see it's kind of thick and crumbly, but that's normal, and the more you spin it, the softer it'll get. After the first spin, you just hit the respin button. After the respin, the texture is perfect. I'm gonna add some Reese's cups to it. And you can add anything you want. You can add Oreos, M&Ms, chocolate chips, whatever your heart desires. This time, you'll hit the mix-in setting. This is one of my favorite Ninja Creami recipes. It's so good and easy to make. The consistency is perfect. It has a bunch of flavor, and it's low calorie and high protein. Do you want to see how awesome the Ninja Creami ice cream maker is? I'm going to show you how easy it is to make pineapple sorbet using a can of pineapple. You can use any kind of brand of pineapple you want and then fill it up to the max fill line. Put the lid on and put it in the freezer for 24 hours. After 24 hours, it'll be completely frozen. Then put the pint in the container and start the machine. It takes about 2 minutes to go from frozen to dessert. This is one of my favorite Ninja Creami recipes to make because it's easy and it doesn't require extra ingredients. Some people have been saying the Ninja Creami is just like a blender, so let's compare the Creami to my Ninja blender. First, let's look at the obvious, the blade. You can see the Creami blade is not sharp. It's not cutting up the ingredients. And let's check the blade on the Ninja blender. This thing is sharp. It's going to cut up and pulverize your ingredients. It's not going to make anything creamy or ice cream. The blade on the Creami breaks down frozen ingredients to make it into 7 different frozen treats. If your Ninja Creami desserts do not turn out creamy, then you're doing something wrong. Here's one of the easiest recipes to make. All you need is chocolate Fairlife milk and Jell-O or protein. Then freeze it for 24 hours. Put it on the Creami machine and press ice cream. When you first open it, it will be crumbly and not the right consistency. I just stick a little hole in the middle and then I respin it. You can add more liquid in before you respin, but I usually don't. With each respin, it will get creamier and thinner. I'm happy with this consistency, but you can do it one more time if you want to. Tap the orange card below to get yours and check for any coupons. This Oreo cookies and cream ice cream is one of my favorite things to make in the Ninja Creami, and it's super easy. First, you add 1 cup of milk and then half a cup of heavy whipping cream. Then I just eyeball the Oreo Jell-O mix and just throw it in. If you want to, you can add extra milk up to the fill line. Then mix it up on light ice cream in the Ninja Creami, and after the first spin, I add a little bit of extra milk to make sure it is creamy enough. You can add another spin if you need to. The more you spin it, the creamier it will be. This right here is the perfect consistency for me. It's nice and soft and creamy.